Greetings. Welcome to another episode in our series, America, Rome Before the Downfall. This episode is entitled America's War on Drugs and the DEA. In this episode, I will tell you why America's war on drugs is a sham, why the DEA is a sham, and why the whole war on drugs was begun for economic and political gain. But before we get into all that, I like to get a little bit into the history of the drug war by talking about the history of the DEA. If you want an in-depth history of the drug war, I suggest you go out there for yourselves, research America's war on drugs for yourself, get the facts for yourself. So according to the DEA's own website, the Drug Enforcement Administration was established by President Richard Nixon through an executive order in July 1973 in order to establish a single unified command to combat a, quote, an all-out global war on the drug menace. At its outset, the DEA had 1,470 special agents and a budget of less than $75 million. Today, the DEA has nearly 5,000 special agents and a budget of $2.2 billion. That's $2.2 billion. That's a lot of money. My first question is, why do we need the DEA? Why can't the FBI investigate drug crimes? They already do investigate some drug crimes. The FBI can police at a federal level. Why can't the DEA just be a division of the FBI? Why can't we merge them together and streamline things and save money? That's one of the things we need to do to save the economy. Streamline the government. Cut all the red tape out. Cut all the bullshit. Okay, now I want to look at the basis of America's drug war. America's drug laws, which is the scheduling system. Now, I want you to research for yourself the entire scheduling system. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to define Schedule 1 and Schedule 2. Okay? So Schedule 1 drugs are A, the drug or other substance has a high potential for abuse. The drug or other substance has no currently accepted medical use in treatment in the United States. There's a lack of accepted safety for the use of the drug or other substance under medical supervision. That's Schedule 1 drugs. Those are drugs that cannot be prescribed to anybody. Schedule 2. These drugs can be prescribed. The drug or other substance has a high potential for abuse. The drug or other substance has a currently accepted medical use and treatment in the United States or a currently accepted medical use with severe restrictions. Abuse of the drug or other substances may lead to severe psychological or physical dependence. Now, this is on the DEA's website, so I'm going to go through, let's read some of the Schedule 1 drugs. So you have heroin, which, that makes sense. Morphine. Okay, that makes sense. Lysergic acid diethylamide. LSD's on here. Ibogagaine's on here. Marijuana's on here. Mescaline's on here. Peyote's on here. Psilocybin's on here. Variants of marijuana are on here. These are all shown to have medical uses. These are Schedule 1 drugs. The government says they have no accepted medical use. That is an utter lie. Medical studies have shown they have a medically accepted use. Research it yourself. You'll see I'm telling the truth. Now let's look at Schedule 2. What's on Schedule 2? This is what you can get prescribed to you. So you have fentanyl. You can get fentanyl prescribed to you. Okay? And methadone, a heroin substitute, you can get prescribed to you. So the government is saying that psilocybin, peyote, marijuana, LSD are worse for you than methadone and fentanyl, which have an accepted medical use, but marijuana has no accepted medical use, even though there have been numerous studies done showing that it has accepted medical use. Now the question is, why the war on drugs? It's simple. Profit. If something's illegal, you can get it for a higher price. The CIA sells these drugs illegally through straw man accounts, through fake accounts, through fake bank corporations. They like to use banks. They like to use law firms. They like to use accounting firms. They like to use shipping companies, anything they can to wash their money. The CIA deals drugs and launders money, and the NSA runs guns. And the DEA, a former DEA director, has been quoted as saying that at least 20% of his overall cases he investigated, and this is a fact, you can look it up for yourself, I do not remember the DEA director's name, involved the CIA. So the government's breaking its own laws. Where there's war, there's profit. In my opinion, the scheduling system needs to be changed. There should be 3 schedules. Over the counter, prescribed and can be used for medical research, and just used for medical research only. And we make everything legal. Stolen waters taste sweet. Okay? We legalize it and we tax it. Okay? Making it illegal hasn't stopped it. We might as well tax it and make a legitimate profit off it. Okay? And how we legalize and regulate that, I don't know. Okay? But all I know is the current solution, the current war is not working, and we're spending billions, and thousands of lives have been lost. Thousands of lives. The cartels have killed hundreds. Our government has struck back and killed hundreds. The Mexicans, soldiers and government have killed hundreds. Thousands of lives have been lost over drugs. And I know if you take away the illegalness of it, the want for it will lower. When you make something forbidden, you want it, right? It's like alcohol. But when you're 18 years old, you want alcohol. But the second you're 21, you can have it. You really don't want that much anymore. Now, I'm not saying that's a solution to this problem, because this whole problem is a complex problem that requires a very complex solution. But what I proposed here is a start. Merge the DEA with the FBI, streamline things, get a simple scheduling system, and make the scheduling system about actually monitoring drugs and helping patients. I thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Have a good day, keep up the good fight, think for yourselves, and question.